So, who really decides what skills kids should have at certain ages? Hi, my name's Callie. I'm a pediatric occupational therapist, and this is actually a really great question, so let me answer it for you. So, there are many different developmental resources that you can look at. There are developmental skills that pediatricians look for, that OTs use, PTs, speech therapists, and all of them are retrieved from data. So, someone out there will look through the data of thousands of children and figure out what skills are expected based on certain ages. Now, why does this matter? Why is it important? Well, it's really good to be aware of developmental skills because let's take throwing a ball, for example. You make a really good point that not every child is athletic, not every child will like catching and throwing a ball. I was one of those kids, but being able to do it indicates that all of the skills behind that activity are good. For example, when you're catching and throwing a ball, it requires your vision, it requires your coordination, it requires your attention to task skills, it requires cognitive skills. So that's really what I'm looking at as a therapist when I do various activities. So if I'm looking at a child cutting, I'm looking at their fine motor skills, I'm looking at their strength, I'm looking at their coordination, I'm looking at their ability to cross their midline, to be able to hold items. And then when they're not able to do that, that's kind of what indicates to me, okay, we need to work on this. And that's why it's so important to just be aware of developmental skills. And that's why I like sharing them here on my page. Also, just being aware of milestones and everything just sets your children up for success at school, just to be able to play, to be able to function. And if you ever notice that your child is not meeting these milestones, then that's a good time to talk to your pediatrician and maybe get further help. Maybe get OT, maybe get PT, maybe get speech, there's other therapies. I hope this answers your question and comment below any others.